Happy Friday everybody, I'm Libby, this is Julian and we are BoxedMeeples. This Friday we're talking about games that we're super excited to be released in 2023.
Well, the game I'm most excited about being released this coming year, I actually backed at the end of 2021. So it's been a long time coming, and the more I found out about this game, the more I'm excited about. It's called Distilled, and in this game you're brewing spirits. I love the theme of this idea. And this game is a slightly heavier weighted card drafting game where you're choosing the cards and playing a sort of risk and reward system when you're brewing your own spirits. I love how the way the game kind of mirrors the actual production of spirits. So you're actually removing the top card and the bottom card of a shuffled deck to then reveal what your spirit will end up tasting like. And it could be delicious malt whiskey, or it could be an absolutely terrible moonshine that's full of alcohol and tastes of car tyres. I went full in on this game. I got all of the possible expansions. I've got the metal tokens. If they have beer mats included in that, that'll be in my big box. And I'm really looking forward to it. I've been watching the production process, which is something I've never done. I've fully kind of got invested in the kind of construction of this game. So I've seen the pieces being built in a factory. I've seen the coins being polished. I've seen the artwork evolve. So I think that's what makes these kind of Kickstarter experiences more exciting, because then you get more and more excited about the game finally arriving and finally get to play it. I watched entire playthroughs of the game and it looks really up our street, and obviously it's one of the bigger Kickstarters I've backed, so I'm looking forward to having that experience you have of the big box arriving and it being full of goodies. Another game I'm also excited about is Tamashii, which is
another big box for you. I mean, what happened in 2022?
So I backed that, and again I went all in. I think I treated myself my birthday and got the miniatures version, which is something I don't often do. I took a leaf out of your book really. However, I'm not completely convinced we're going to be playing that this year. I think that might well slip into 2024, but fingers crossed. I'll be playing my first owned Awaken Realms game, Awaken Realms Light. But that cyberpunk theme seems right up my street, and I love the way you're programming your actions in that game. So that's something else I'm looking forward to, but fingers crossed might actually come this year.
Well, I am looking forward to Unconscious Mind, which I've spoken about before, but another game that it's one of those that I wish that I'd sort of backed and I didn't, but luckily a friend in our gaming group has backed it, Septima. So we're also brewing. More brewing here, but this time potions, because we're all witches in the sort of Salem witch trials period. So that sort of artwork and theme of it seems quite fun and engaging. You are going out and collecting the resources in order to be able to make the potions and cure some people and things like that. It's also got card action selection, which, if I'm honest, I'm not always the best at that. In fact, I've had a few bad experiences of learning new games and then completely sort of missing the point of that element of it, or I don't know what's happened, but basically messed it right up from the beginning and then had to sort of try to claw my way back in the game, unsuccessfully mostly, but I'll give it another go with this one. And it's also got like a little bit of cooperation in terms of the sort of witch trials element. You're sort of trying to work out how many sort of friendly people you've got there as to whether you can draw someone else into your board for another great action that you'd be able to take and do throughout the rest of the game, or whether there's too many angry people at the trials, and in which case everything ends badly for I think all of the players from what I can see. But yeah, this game seems super interesting. The theme is quite engaging and interesting to me, but also it's a Mind Clash game, and I know that there are several other of their games which are sort of either high on my list to play or I know that I like. So this has been said to be a slightly lighter version, which might be nice, because sometimes you do want something that's a bit bitey still but isn't sort of super drawn out. You want that sort of midway point of not an ultralight game, but you know, it's got some crunch, it's got some think to it, but it's not going to take hours and hours. So if that's the case, that would be great. So I'm I'm super interested in the witches.
Yeah.
We're both brewing
away. And obviously this year, a lot of you in America have already got it, but we're hoping Frosthaven lands on our table because we are going to be all about that.
Yes, well, I had an email recently, so it should be in the next week or so, I think.
So
yes.
Frosthaven on the horizon. But what game are you looking forward to most in 2023? Is something you've backed that's going to finally arrive, or something that's been announced that you're looking forward to? Let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah, we'd love to hear to add more to our wish lists. Or mine anyway.
Yes. And if you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing, ring the notification bell, and
All that jazz.
all the fun things like that. And we'll see you next Friday for another Favourite Game Friday.
Bye.